Hello everyone. Welcome back to the session of English. In this session of English grammar, we are going to continue with our chapter determiners. Now this is part number 6 of determiners. So we have already discussed 5 parts on determiners. In this session, we are going to begin with determiner part number 6. Okay. Now, this is actually the continuation part of part number 5 in which we discussed some words like each and every. I told you there that we will discuss the use of both as well, but that we are going to discuss in this session. However, this session we are going to begin with several other topics. What are the topics? Let us discuss that. So let us see what we are going to discuss in this session. In this session, we will discuss the following topics, and the topics are, first of all, we'll discuss the uses of each other. Okay, so what is the use of each other? What does it mean? And then the uses of word one another. Well, these two are actually reciprocal pronouns, but here we are going to discuss them as determiners. However, these are pronouns. Okay, these are not used just before nouns, or they can replace noun. Okay, so these are the parts of reciprocal pronouns. And after that, we'll discuss uses of both. Okay, so let's begin this session. First of all, we'll discuss the concept of each other and one another. Each other and one another are both reciprocal pronouns. First of all, keep this in mind that they do not behave like determiners. Why so? Because they cannot be placed just before noun. Determiners are the words which can be placed just before noun to qualify the noun. But these two words, they do not qualify noun. In fact, they replace noun, but they can be used together like each other or one another. Okay. Now, used to indicate a reciprocal relationship. Reciprocal means reverse relationship. For example, if A does something for B, B does the same thing for A. Okay, so both are giving reverse reactions to each other. Okay, so when A does, suppose there is a person A and suppose he gives some gifts to B. Okay, now B returns, not returns, but B gives back some more gifts, okay, to A. So both of them are exchanging the gifts. So these are the reciprocal reactions of the two people. For example, A helped B. Now, when the time came, B helped A. So here, both of them help each other. It means they both give the reverse reactions to each other. Okay, for example, when one does something, another do the same thing. Another does the same thing another time. Okay, so it shows the reciprocal relationship or action between two or more subjects. Okay, so here keep one thing in mind, that whenever we have these two structures, each other and one another, they can be used for several persons. The person cannot be one. Obviously, one will not perform the reverse reaction. If one performs, that is only his action. Now there is another person needed who will give the reverse reaction to the first person. So here we require more than one at least, and they can be two or any plural subject. Okay, so if we talk this point of view about if we talk according this point of view, each other is used when referring to two subjects. Now this thing is very, very important. When we talk about only two things, two people, two objects, two subjects, whenever we talk about only two, we use the word each other or phrase each other. Okay, so subjects or members of a group. So in short, you can say each other is used only for two. Okay. Example, Alice and Bob helped each other. Now there are two people, Alice and Bob, and they helped each other. Alice helped Bob and Bob helped Alice. Okay, so this is the reverse reaction they are giving to each other. So for these two people, I have used the word each other. Okay, here the reciprocal helping is happening between two people, Alice and Bob. Now let us move to the next one. This is one another. One another is used for more than two subjects or members. Now, whenever we use the word one another, it is used for more than two subjects or members. It means when we talk about more than two. So each other is used for for two only, and one another is used for more than two. When we talk about more than two, we use the phrase one another. Example, the members of the team supported one another. Now, if we are talking about the members of the team, obviously they must be more than two, and they helped one another. Okay, it means they supported one another. In this case, the team presumably has more than two members, so one another is used. Okay. Now, additional points. A reflexive and reciprocal nature. Reflexive means when reflects back to the subject. Both phrases are used to indicate that the subjects are performing the same action towards each other. This reciprocal action is key to their usage. Okay. Now, another thing, that is avoiding repetition. For example, if you suppose you do not use this phrase each other or one another. Suppose, okay, if you don't want to use this, then how will you make the sentence? So suppose there are two persons, A and B help each other. Suppose this is the sentence. Okay, A and B help each other. Okay. Now, if I want to write this sentence and I don't want to use this word each other, how will I write this sentence? A and B, we can say this sentence that A helps B. Okay, A helps B and B helps A and B helps A. So I can write the sentence in this manner. But doesn't you think that it is inappropriate? Yes, of course, it is appropriate. It is inappropriate. Why so? Because we are repeating the same words again and again. You can say as if a mirror is placed in between them. Okay, or a mirror were placed in between them. So A helps B is same as B helps A. Okay, so they are giving the reverse reaction to each other. So we need not write these two things again and again. Okay, or these things again and again. We should avoid this repetition. And to avoid this repetition, what we can do, these phrases allow for more concise sentences by avoiding repetition. Instead of saying Alice helped Bob and Bob helped Alice, you can say Alice and Bob helped each other. Thus, you can say A and B helped each other. Okay, so this is the manner in which we can write this, in which we can say that A and B help each other. So this is the manner in which we can say that we can avoid this repetition, which you can see over here again and again. Okay, so to avoid this repetition, we use such a structure. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Not used for single actions. They should not be used when the action is not reciprocal. Yes, this is the same thing. If the action is not reciprocal, we cannot use the phrase each other. For example, if I say A helps B, but B does not help A, there we cannot say A and B help each other. Why so? Because there the reverse reaction is not noticed. Okay, because A is helping B continuously. However, B is not helping A. So there is nothing like reciprocal reaction over there. And if there is no reciprocal reaction, obviously will not write each other. Okay, I will not use this word. Alice saw Bob cannot be changed to Alice and Bob saw each other. Okay, because if I only say Alice saw Bob, this cannot be said like Alice and Bob saw each other. Why so? Because if I say Alice saw Bob, it does not mean that Bob has also seen Alice. Okay, because you are just saying that Alice saw Bob. Now it cannot be figured out whether Bob has seen Alice or not. Okay, unless it has been said. Okay, unless both saw one another, both saw each other. Okay, this phrase is incorrect over here, so both saw each other. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Literal and figurative use. They can be used both literally or for physical actions, or figuratively for emotions or thoughts, etc. Literally, the boxers punched each other. So this is the physical action which you can see. Okay. Figurative, the couple understands each other well. It means they are talking in an emotional manner. So this is abstract noun which you can see over here. And also we are talking about couple. Obviously, couple means pair, and pair contains two people. Okay. If I write the word both, I know well that both is only used for two. So if I'm writing both, it is implied that we are talking about two. So it is not necessary that the number two or two is mentioned in the sentence. You can also analyze with the help of the word that whether these people can be two or more than them. Okay. So if I say them, both of them know uh, one another, this will be incorrect. Why so? How, whether although the number exactly is not written, but we know well that both is only used for two. Therefore, this one another should be replaced with each other. So this you should keep in mind. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Now we'll discuss another concept, that is concept number 12, in which we will discuss the word both. Now we know very well that both is used only for two persons. Okay. Now this word both can be a determiner as well as a pronoun. Okay. First of all, we'll discuss both as a determiner. The word both is used as a determiner or pronoun to refer to people or things regarded and identified together. Okay. It means which are regarded together or which are identified together. It means which we use, which we want to take two together. Okay. So if I say both Ajay and Vijay, it means I'm taking both of them in a sequence. Okay. And in a single sequence. It is often used to emphasize that something applies to two members of a group or two parties of something. So this line is very, very important about both. Both students passed the exam means that each of the two students passed. She has a degree in both physics and mathematics. It means she has a degree in physics and also a degree in mathematics. So I can use the word both, but both can be placed with those words which are actually the two options. Oh, sorry, not two options, but which are the two things that are included. That these are the two things that he possesses, okay, or that he has. Now let us move to the next one. The usage of both or both of is determined by what follows them, not what precedes them. Both without of is used before determiners like my, these, etc. and directly before nouns without any determiner. Example with the determiners, both my brothers are doctors. Now you can see my is actually a possessive case, or you can say possessive determiner. So just before this, we have used the word both. However, we can also use it without determiners, that is both children were playing. It means both the children were playing. Okay, we can also use this sentence like both the children were playing. Okay, both the children were playing. Now let us move to the next one. Okay, so from here we can say both the children were playing. Now if we go to the next one, both of, the use of both of. Now just keep one thing in mind. Whenever we use the word both of or phrase both of, after both of course means two. It means two is plural. And when we write both of them, it means this them is also plural, because we can take two out of many. Okay, we cannot take two out of two or two out of one thing. Okay, is used when it is followed by pronouns or when the noun is preceded by an article. That is the, a, or an, possessive noun or demonstrative adjective, this, that, these, those. For example, both of them are coming. Both of the books were interesting. Now, if you see over here, we are talking about books which are noun and we have used the before it. Okay, we cannot use a or n, first of all. Why so not a or n? Because when we write the word both is basically used for two. So it cannot be taken out of one. Also, if we want to make the sentence of both, we cannot use plural. We cannot use singular subject. Thus, we cannot use singular article. Okay. Example with a possessive noun. Both of John's suggestions were helpful. So both of John's suggestions. Okay. So here we have written about the two suggestions or given by John. Okay. And there are two suggestions. So we have used the word both of. Next is example with the demonstrative adjective. Both of these options are available. So if we write both of these options here, these are not actually adjectives, these are actually pronouns. Okay, so when we talk about distributive pronoun, we use the word both. Now, remember that both is used to refer to things or persons, emphasizing that the statement applies to them are equally or collectively. Now, let us move to the next one. Now, this is second point, using both with pronouns in a standard position. They both went to the store. Now, here they is pronoun, after which we have used the word both. They both means they were two people, and both of them. They went to the store. Here both modifies the pronoun they. After that, both of them went to the store. It means both of them means there are two people and both of them. So in case of both of is used before the object pronoun them. Okay, them is the object pronoun. Okay, now let us move to the next one. Using both in other positions in a sentence. Using both in other positions in a sentence, let us see. I have seen both movies. Now, movies is the noun, and I have seen both the movies. Okay, so both means two movies. Here, both modifies movies, which is the object of the verb have seen. I have invited both Alice and Bob. Now, remember one thing. After both, we can only have and with pair or and in pair. I cannot say both as well as. Okay, so here I have invited both Alice and Bob. This sentence is absolutely correct. In this example, both is used to link the objects like Alice and Bob. Okay, however, if we write the sentence like she has. Now, both is primarily used as a determiner or a pronoun, and its placement in a sentence typically depends on its role. When both is used with the subject of a sentence, it usually precedes the subject or is integrated closely with it. However, in some cases, both can function in a way that seems similar to an adverbial role. Okay, so when both is used, we should say that it is only used for two people, and if whether it is used as a determiner or a pronoun, that serves the same different meaning, because both means two, but it can also happen that just obviously the noun should be two always in case of both. Okay, both can only refer to, but sometimes it happens that after both we only have noun or the number of people. Suppose there is, I have written both of us. Okay, so us, we know well that it is the objective case of we, and we can be either you or you and I, or maybe possible there are many who can be we. So in that case, you should see that both is only used for two people. Now let us move to the next one. Both as a determiner with the subject. Both children are playing in the park. It means both the children. Okay. Both of these students have completed their assignments. Here, both modifies the noun children. In this case, both of is used with a determiner the. Now, both in a position closer to the verb. The students both passed the exam. Just keep one thing in mind, that with the word both, we always use and in pair. Okay, we do not use any other word, but we use and in the pair of word. I can only say both he and Priya. I cannot say both he as well as Priya. That will be incorrect. In this sentence, both is placed after the subject, the students, but before the verb passed. It emphasizes that the action of passing action applies to each of the students. While the second usage can seem adverbial, it is important to note that both is not officially classified an adverb in standard grammar. Now, the fourth point is both in positive sense. Now, this sentence this both, or the sentence which is formed with the word both is a positive sentence. It is not a negative sentence. Okay. Both is indeed used in positive statements to indicate the inclusion of two items or subject. For example, both children like to play saucer. Okay. But if I say both of us are not coming. Suppose this is the sentence. Okay, both of us are not coming. Is this sentence correct? No, this sentence is incorrect. So how to rectify it? Well, both is only used for two people, first of all. And I'm saying are not, whereas both is used only in positive sense. Therefore, this sentence is incorrect. So we'll remove this word not from here. But now as well, the meaning of the sentence will not remain same. Its meaning will be changed. If I say bus of us are not coming, or both of us, well, if I say both of us are not coming, the sentence will be incorrect. Why so? Because both is only used in positive sense, whereas we have used this word in negative sense. Okay, so this sentence will be incorrect, but the question arises that how to correct it or how to rectify it. Now, if I write the word both, obviously I cannot use not with it. But if I write the sentence both of us are coming, the meaning will be changed. However, the meaning of the sentence should not change. Now, if I say that both of us are coming, also that will change the meaning of the sentence. Now, we should use the word neither in this case. Uh, Neither means when we do not have anything, or neither means negative both the options. Okay, so neither of us is coming. So it means both of us are not coming. Okay, so here the sentence will be incorrect. In place of both, we can use the word neither in negative sense, and both is used in positive sense. Okay, so in this manner you can write this sentence. Now, neither in negative sentences. Also, with neither, we cannot use the word negative by so because neither itself is a negative word. Neither in negative sentences, neither is used in negative statements when referring to two items or subjects, indicating the negative statement applies to both. Neither child likes to do homework. Fifth one, and is typically used in conjunction with both, whereas as well as in is not the standard pairing. Both is only paired with the word and. If we want to make its pair with and, as well as, that will be incorrect. When using both, it is conventional to pair it with and to link two others or two items. Example, both apples and oranges are rich in vitamins. We cannot say both apples as well as oranges. That will make the sentence incorrect. Okay, so we can use the word both only for two persons, or when we talk about uh, two persons together. And if we talk about for more than two people, we cannot use both. Secondly, both is used only in the negative sense, not in the positive. Both is used only in the positive sense, not in the negative sense. We can use the word neither. However, with neither as well, we cannot use not word or any negation word, because neither itself is a negative word. Okay, so I hope that this much is clear to you all. Now you have understood the meaning of each other, one another, and both. Okay, so well, let's end the session here, and we'll discuss one more usage over here. This is as well as usage. As well as is used to add information but does not necessarily pair with both. In fact, it is not it does not pair with both. It is more akin to saying that and also, but it is not exactly the same as and. She likes apples as well as oranges. The sentence is incorrect here. Okay, the sentence is absolutely correct, but here we should not write the word both. The sentence implies she likes apples and also likes oranges, but there is no indication that she likes both equally or in the same context. Okay. So I hope this much is clear to you all. So that's all for today. Till then, if you want to learn some more about determiners, you should connect with me for the later sessions as well. Till then, thanks to you.